Well, hey there guys, welcome to Rock Hard Riffs. In today's video we're talking about the documentary Elvis and the Memphis Mafia. Now, have you seen Elvis the Searcher? We had done an overview just like this of that documentary some time back. I'll try to link that in the description. Well, there were some parts that were kind of missing. This documentary, Elvis and the Memphis Mafia, tends to fill the void that was in The Searcher. This is Rock Hard Riffs, the rock and roll guitar channel. Alright guys, that's right. Welcome to Rock Hard Riffs, the guitar channel for the self-taught. Hey, if you happen to be new to our channel, please check out some of our other videos. We've done lots of different overviews of different rock and roll documentaries and things like that. Take a look in our playlists. You'll see plenty of those and other stuff, guitar tutorials, and on and on. And if you like what we do, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. So again, guys, we're talking about Elvis and the Memphis Mafia. I found this to be one of the most informative documentaries that I've seen on Elvis. Now, The Searcher was excellent, as I said, but there are definitely some parts that are kind of missing out there. And what I'm referring to was Elvis's martial arts career, which was not in this documentary either, and also the Memphis Mafia themselves, which were almost completely omitted from Elvis the Searcher. Now, the Memphis Mafia, that's a misnomer. For one thing, several of the guys are not from Memphis at all. They're from Chicago and New York and Los Angeles, and of course some in Memphis. But also they were not known as any type of mafia. That was just a name given to them by some Vegas reporter when he heard that Elvis was coming out with his entourage to make a movie. So he had written in the papers that Elvis was coming to town with his Memphis Mafia. And that's how they got tagged with that name. There's no type of mafia or anything to it. Some of the guys from the Memphis Mafia, Elvis had known since high school, right? And he met several others along the way as he went up the ladder of stardom and stuff. But several of the guys he knew from very early on, before he was any kind of star or anything. Now, from prior documentaries that I've watched and shows about Elvis and stuff, they always kind of spoke about the Memphis Mafia in a derogatory way, like they were a bunch of hangers-on and sycophants and things like that. Well, after watching this, you realize that really was not the case. These guys were Elvis's friends, yes, and they also worked for him. He gave them positions to do stuff like an entourage, like many people do. You trust the people that are around you early on and, take them with you. There's nothing new or different about that at all. And the way that they talked about their exploits in this documentary were very tactful. Some of them are Southern gentlemen, and you don't speak about certain things in certain ways, and they didn't. But you knew exactly what they were talking about. So there was nothing crude or nasty in this documentary, but to me it seemed to be very honest. Now, of course, you're going to get different points of view from different people that were involved. Priscilla will give you one point of view, and other people will give you different points of view, etc. But to me, this seemed to be pretty honest. Now, this definitely came from the male perspective, so guys are definitely going to relate to this documentary. Not that women won't, but it's definitely from a guy's point of view, so expect that if you do watch it. And again, this really was, I thought, an outstanding documentary. There is also something else that I learned in this documentary that I did not know, which was why Elvis kept playing Las Vegas. Very interesting. Again, very revealing. And again, they were very honest without being derogatory, I think is the best way to put it. It's not so much the production or the narration of the documentary. Those were a bit lacking. But just the content, I thought, of this was just outstanding. I thought it was really good. I learned a lot. And I've watched Elvis documentaries and rock and roll type of documentaries all the time, so I learned quite a bit. And it just gave me more respect for the Memphis Mafia. These guys are real people, and they were talking about Elvis in ways where there's Elvis, the image, and then there's Elvis, the human being. And these guys really touched upon Elvis, the human being, throughout the movie. I thought it was very good. It was also about 60 minutes. It's not very long at all. So again, I highly recommend this, and again, if you'd like to see my overview of Elvis the Searcher, I'll put that in the description, so check that out if you're interested. Alright guys, so again, thumbs up big time for this documentary if you can see it. I saw this on cable again. I think it was like on Amazon or something like that. So, but outstanding in my opinion. So guys, thanks so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this. Please give us a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. And we'll see you next video.